The wealthy man was shocked to discover that his gentle wife had a surprisingly wild side. It all started right after he returned from a business trip. He accidentally heard his wife's inner thoughts. She had not only bought him some unusual clothes, she was also thinking about having some fun with him that night. At first the man thought he was just exhausted from work and imagining things, but before going to bed he heard his wife's thoughts again. While reading a novel she complained that the male lead was too stupid. The man became so frightened that he turned his back to her when they went to sleep. Then he happened to hear her thoughts again. She was saying that her husband was completely useless. The next morning his wife gently saw him off to work. Before he had gone very far, the man heard his wife's excited thoughts. She said she could finally go to a party. It was going to be full of handsome men. After hearing that, the man quickly told the driver to turn the car around. The woman immediately asked him gently if there was anything else he needed. The man told her to bring him lunch at noon. When she realized she could no longer go to the party, she kept complaining about the man in her mind. The man asked his assistant if he had heard any other voices. The assistant said no. Only then did the man realize that he was the only one who could hear his wife's inner thoughts. But he could not understand why his wife seemed so gentle on the outside, yet had such a completely different side. What he did not know was that the woman was not his real wife. She was actually his wife's twin sister. After her older sister was in a car accident, their parents had no choice but to ask her to take her sister's place and marry the man. After hearing that she would be paid $20 million, the woman finally agreed to her parents' request. At noon she brought the man his lunch right on time. To get back at him for stopping her from going to the party, she deliberately added a large amount of salt to his fried egg. After hearing his wife's thoughts, the man put down the fried egg and told her he wanted to eat her portion instead. To his surprise, the woman added a large amount of chili powder to the other serving. Then she pretended to care and handed him a glass of water. When she looked at the man's handsome face, she could not help praising him in her mind. After hearing her thoughts, the man quickly said that work would keep him busy every day and asked her to sleep in a separate room. But the next day the woman brought his mother to see him. His mother said that all of her friends already had grandchildren, yet her own son still wanted to sleep in a separate room from his wife. In the end the man had no choice but to agree not to sleep separately. That night the man wanted to turn off the lights to avoid feeling awkward. Little did he know that the woman had secretly tampered with the light switch because she wanted to see his abs. The man did not want to waste his time on something like that, but the woman was unhappy with his attitude. She thought to herself again that they had not even kissed since getting married. After hearing her thoughts, the man had no choice but to give her a kiss, only to find himself falling for the feeling, and the woman also thought her husband was amazing.